Hello everybody and welcome to the final round of Season 2 of the ACC Multiclass Championship here at the Circuit de Valencia. As usual, my name is Stuart Pearson. I'm your commentator for this race. Joining me is race director and second commentator Stephen Mullen, who's going to be joining me in the commentary box for this evening once again.
Hi guys, thanks again Stu. Final race of the season at the beautiful sunny Valencia. I hope I said that right for Spanish viewers. What's your thoughts tonight?
I think it sounded correct. It sounded correct from where I heard it. It's in Valencia, or whatever, or however you pronounce it. So it sounds correct in my ears there, Stephen.
Yeah, I think you got to get the TH for the C in Valencia.
Valencia. Okay.
I'll not be trying to say that later on, a few laps into the race. But anyway.
Yeah, so as you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final race of the season. The GT3 Championship has already been decided. We have Gunter Paul taking victory. Well, we have Gunter Paul already your GT3 champion. So the last championship that needs to be settled now is between Nigel O'Brien and Ryan Ware. Unfortunately, Herbert Froskull is not going to be able to attend once again for this for the last race of the season, which means ultimately I think it means that he has lost the championship title here. So that means now it could go down between Nigel O'Brien and Ryan Ware, assuming that the drop rounds guarantee them the championship.
Yeah, well, Nigel O'Brien's on track today, but I don't see Ryan Ware, and I think he said during the week that he mightn't be able to make it, but he may catch us on the stream. So that could leave it for Nigel O'Brien to wrap up the championship, but it all comes down to drop rounds and stuff, I guess, and I'm not good with math at that, so
no, I'm not neither. I'm neither as well. Generally, I'm not used to watching championships with so-called drop rounds here. I'm more used to other championships just simply deciding at the end who is the championship based on all results combined.
Yeah, I agree. Drop rounds are good though for like a sort of sim racing, you know, because it's people that maybe work or holidays booked and stuff, and it gives them a chance, I suppose, to miss a weekend. It was good for that.
Yeah, I suppose that you make a good point there, Stephen. I suppose if they have a holiday booked or if they want to travel somewhere for their holidays, then that's where the drop rounds can come into effect. So anyway, now we're about to begin qualifying for the GT3 Championship. So before it begins, let's talk a little bit about the Circuit Ricardo Toma, located in the Valencian town of Cheste. It is a 4 kilometer circuit with about 14 turns there in the circuit, with about 14 turns there here on this Grand Prix layout. The circuit plays host to many forms of racing, including the most famous for the MotoGP Championship, which hosts the final event of the year for that season, along with as well the NASCAR Wheel and Euro Series, which has been hosting it since 2014 to present, and it's also a test track for the Formula E Championship, where teams from that championship get together for some pre-season testing before they finally begin the first round of the championship of Formula E at the start, when it goes to one of the many city circuits it races at throughout the entire world.
Interesting stuff. I know it's a big MotoGP track, and I think there's a big portrait of Valentino Rossi.
Oh yes,
on
the
one
doctor.
Of the walls, yeah, the doctor who does now drive GT3 for. Is he in the BMW or Audi?
He's in the BMW there. I saw him. Yeah, I was gonna say I saw him there. I was at the Brands Hatch circuit myself for the Fantech GT Championship, and I seen him there racing in the BMW there at Brands Hatch alongside another driver.
Brilliant. Good to see he's still racing and doing something different, and I'd say he's enjoying himself as well.
To be honest, I didn't know it was possible for somebody to go from MotoGP to GT racing. I would assume that you would need a separate license to go racing in the two categories.
I'd say a few strings were pulled, maybe, or maybe he just went and got his license, you know, because That actor Michael Fassbender, he drives it's probably amateur. He drives GT3 as well. He's in the Porsche. He was at Le Mans as well, and he had a big crash. Aye, here. It's good to see. But sure, wasn't there a thing with Lewis Hamilton and Valentino Rossi maybe swapping roles and taking each other's bikes and cars out for a spin?
That might have been what happened.
And I think Valentino Rossi picked up on the F1 car quicker than Lewis Hamilton on the motorbike, which I couldn't blame.
It just shows how talented Valentino Rossi is when it comes to motorsport as a whole.
Oh, fantastic! But see, any them guys driving those two-wheel machines, oh, they're different level. But anyway, back to the four-wheel stuff.
Yeah,
a couple of new drivers in tonight.
Yeah, including one guy named what's he called again?
Brooker.
Brooker, yeah,
not sure
Jay
his
Brooker.
first name. Jay Brooker, Josh or Joe. What do you want to go with tonight?
I think we'll go with Josh Brooker there this evening there, since he's a new name to this championship and we've never seen him before. It's hard to tell because my screen is quite a bit fuzzy there at the moment, but I'm working to the best of my ability here. So yeah, we'll go with Josh Brooker there this evening, driving in the Lamborghini there, about to start his first lap in the GT3 qualifying. There he is there now. There's Josh Brooker there, just starting the line here now. So here we go. Here we go for an onboard lap here at the Circuit Ricardo Toma. Coming into turn one here at the curve at Aspar. You want to let the car run out wide to the green bit before heading up towards Curve Dohan, which is a sharp right-hander here, sharp left-hander actually. Before heading down, before keeping the car to the left, and then going to the right, and then keeping it wide, going to the right, and heading up towards. Navigating this tricky bit here. Now, next one, Curve Nicho. You want to stay to the outside. You want to stay to the far right-hand side. Down to first gear you go, and just keep the power all the way down, and then you're on the back straight there, heading towards Curve Afición. Now you hit the apex down on the left-hand side, and then you're down to first gear there now. You want to keep the car to the inside, and once again get back in the power as soon as you can. A little bit of a slide there out of the corner if you want, if you're that kind of person who shows off before reaching this right-hander here. Leaving turn 8, heading over towards turn 9 at Curva Champi Herodores, if I pronounce that correctly. And you want to keep, and now you're heading toward this very sweeping long left-hander. You want to keep the power all the way down here, going to the outside here, down to first gear, before heading towards Curva A Campos. Onto the back straightaway there, heading towards the start finish line. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a lap around the famous Circuit Ricardo Torma in Cheste, Valencia.
Good stuff. Thanks very much, Stu, for that. It seems to be quite a technical wee track. You know, you could probably lose a tenth here and there if you don't get your corner right, braking right, and get on the power in the right times. And a lot of first gear corners, you need to be careful because you get the rear tires spinning up and you could lose precious tenths. Such a short track. Only takes these guys 1 minute 32 seconds to get round. So I think it's going to be all slow speed corners. And there's one or two tricky entries as well. And there's that quick kink on the right-hander, the car can get easily upset there. Like.
It can, yeah. I can imagine one mistake you make there, and you can end up being in a gravel trap there if you're not careful.
Yeah, as you can see, Alex there getting a bit squirmy on it.
Yeah, speaking of gravel traps, there's Alex Mielche there decided he wants to go rally driving there in his Porsche 911 GT3 RS.
This track could really suit the Porsche. I think, you know, because it's tight and twisty, and we all know the Porsche likes those wee tight tricky tracks, like to get good acceleration out of the corners with the rear engine.
It does all right because the Porsche is a front-engined car, and it does tend to understeer quite a bit. So I can imagine this kind of track here, Alex Mielchen should have the upper hand up against Gunther de Paul coming into the final race of the season.
We've got 4 Ferraris, McLaren, Porsche, and a Lamborghini. So, do you think these Ferraris will be BOP'd for next season, or do you think more guys will go with a Ferrari?
It's very hard to tell, but I mean, judging by Guns N' Paul's performance, I reckon more people could be going with the Ferrari there, and pretty much not giving, and pretty much making the other manufacturers there the least popular choice to use there coming into next season's championship.
Alex Milton in the P2 at the minute. He's about 6/10 off the lead.
Yep, he's just a few tenths behind the leader, Jay Brooker there. Josh Brooker there in the Lamborghini just ahead.
We're calling him Josh. He couldn't be. He's probably like John or Joseph.
Or he could be some real Spanish name for all we know.
Jorge.
Yeah, or Jose for that matter. So with 2 minutes,
I'm sure he's been called worse, so he'll be happy enough to hear Josh.
Yeah, he probably has. And once again, let's give a big shout out to our sponsor, pitskill.io, giving you professional sim racing, professional league racing. No matter what your skill is, you'll definitely be matched up with a driver similar to your skill, and be able to take part in fun competitive racing online on ACC. See here now. Here is Menno Dekars there, the running. Here's Menno Dekars. He's currently running in P5 in the championship so far with 128 points. He has had no wins on his this season, so he'll be looking to come home to finish this championship in a respectable top 5 position here by the end of season 2 of this championship.
Just had a message in the YouTube chat there from Ruben Hashim. Good luck, guys. I'm struggling with putting the kids to sleep, so I'm not going to make it tonight. Ruben, family first, man. But once you get the kids to sleep, come and join us on YouTube. Watch the race and have a laugh. Put the feet up, get some crisps or snacks. And Ryan Ware, greetings from Potato Nation in real life. I think he meant that. Ireland. I think
That's
Ryan
right,
Ware said he was in Ireland this week. That's right. And he said he'd try and catch the stream. So, hello, Ryan. I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying the Emerald Isle. And getting a few Guinness in.
Yeah, it's a shame that we're not going to see the big hunky Chevrolet racing this time at Valencia, but it was fun getting to see the car race here and there throughout the entire season.
Yeah, the big Chevrolet was a crowd favorite last week at the Circuit of the Americas.
It is, yeah, because it was in its home turf of America there, so I can imagine a lot of the American fans there were pretty excited to be getting behind their home favorite manufacturer there for the race there that time round last weekend in Kota.
Yeah, and Alex Milton just finishing the GT3 qualifying here, and he will stay P2. So that's the GT4 cars making their way out now.
Yeah, and here we see John McDonald there now, just leaving the pits with Chris Willis there just following suit. So we've had GT3 qualifying. Let's see how the GT4 guys do.
So we have another new face here, but he's in GT3. Dan D McCutcheon. We're just gonna go with Dan, I think.
Dan McCutcheon.
I have no idea what his first name is, but
we'll call him Daniel McCutcheon there because again, we don't know who his first name is, and we haven't seen him there on the in the driver's stand.
It could be Richard, so we could call him Dick McCutcheon.
Yeah, we could.
Hope he doesn't get offended by that. So we'll stick with Dan.
No, I'm sure he won't.
We've got Nigel, Stephen Kirk, Chris Willis, Eli Poe, and John McDonald in GT4 class. Not as strong a showing in GT4 tonight, unfortunately, but I think it's because most guys know the season's pretty much wrapped up, and maybe they're not familiar with this circuit and they just chose to take it as a drop round. But
possibly, yeah. But as things stand here now, if I'm correct, since Herbert Froskel and Nigel Bryan is not here to since Herbert Froskel and Ryan Ware is not here to compete the last round of the season, if I'm correct, I think Nigel Bryan should be able to have this one in the bag, should have the championship in the bag here come by the end of the season.
Yeah, it'll all depend on them drop rounds, I guess. So time will tell. We'll let the championship organizers decide that one.
Yeah, but for now, I'm just going to go on a limb here and say that he should have the championship in the bag come by the end of this race, so long as he keeps the car on the road and doesn't do anything to screw up.
Yeah, he's really come to the fore in the GT4 of the last couple of races, has Nigel.
He has indeed. Yeah, so I'm just going through all of Nigel O'Brien's results here, and just trying to see what his worst finish was. Seems like his worst finish was back in Kyalami, which is 6th place. So that could be a drop round there coming in. That could be what that I'm thinking. That could be a drop round for him. And if we take a look as well in Imola, he finished. He never turned up for Imola. He never turned up for Imola. He was racing in Hungary. He was racing in Hungary. He finished 3rd in Hungary. So, yeah, I think he could have this one in the bag here by the end of the race. Yeah, I would agree with you there, Nigel. It looks like it'll be an easy one there for Nigel O'Brien, since as we were saying, he's the only car in the top 3 of the GT4 standings. So if we're correct, provided the drop rounds don't screw him over, he should have the championship in the bag there come by the end of this race.
Guys, if the stream goes out, there's a major thunderstorm over my house at the minute. Some flashes of lightning here, and you might hear it coming through. Maybe not, but it's quite loud outside.
I wish I was where you're at now, Stephen, just so I can get to see the thunder and lightning.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I could fall asleep to it, and it's lashing too. Hopefully the electric doesn't go out.
No, it shouldn't. As long as the thunder and lightning's not too strong, we should be okay.
Us back in old Northern Ireland here, where they still use horse and cart to get about.
Yeah, and have probably the best accident on the island.
So you're up in Belfast, Ryan, are you?
Oh.
I see in the chat there, he says a couple of mad ones in Belfast. I'm about 40 minutes from Belfast.
Yeah.
Terence Dunn has joined us in chat. Hey y'all. Hello, Terence.
Terence, it's good to see you, my friend. It's been a while since I seen you there in LD's Discord. Welcome to the chat there. Hope you enjoyed this final race of the Potato Nation ACC Multiclass Championship. How's things in Canada, by the way, Terence? And now we see another message from Ryan Ware, who said he's been in Derry all this weekend.
Derry, what about you, mate?
Yeah, Derry. Yeah, Derry, where about you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Derry or London Derry, whatever one you're all used to pronouncing the city as, guys. And Terence says, all great, thanks. I assume this is my question there about Canada. So yeah, that's good to hear. Great to hear everything's going great here in Canada. Sorry, over there in Canada, excuse me.
Oh, I thought Stephen Kirk there, maybe he was going to take the scenic route there.
Yeah, it looks like there's Stephen Kirk there, just having a nice little Sunday drive around the Valencia circuit.
Oh, he's had a great season.
Yeah, you know, I think he's finished nearly every race. If I'm correct, I think he's finished every race of this season here. So we could have another Max Chilton on our hands here.
Yeah, he hasn't retired one race.
No, he hasn't. I'm just looking. Yeah, all right. So he didn't show up for us. He didn't show up for Silverstone, but he did race. However, he raced in the Nürburgring. Did he also compete in Monza as well? Yeah, he raced at Monza. And Kyalami. He raced at Kyalami. And he raced as well at Imola as well.
Oh, big side.
Oh, as they say that, there's Nigel O'Brien going off rally driving there in the gravel. Yeah, sorry, Stephen Kirk, excuse me. So I was busy there looking at all the results there.
Oh, you're gone.
Yeah, he also finished at Alton Park and he also finished at Kota as well. So yeah, I think all apart from a Silverstone, he's finished every single race of the championship and has not retired and has not had one single retirement. So it just shows the level of consistency there from the underdog Steve Kirk.
Yeah, Nigel O'Brien, I think it's Potato Nation first, winning both GT3 and GT4 races in one season at the Potato Nation. Yeah, he started out in the I think it was the Honda or the Ferrari. I can't remember.
It was if I can recall correctly, he raced in the Ferrari 296 before he wanted to downgrade down to GT4. And
I think he must have got a big money offer to go to Alpine.
Yeah,
to leave the Ferrari.
Or not only Ferrari, but the entire Wiz Motorsports team altogether.
Yeah. Big money move there. That's independent race contract, I would say.
Possibly, yeah. So anyway.
But anyway, the Wiz Motorsports team, they're being well. What would you? Oh, I'm lost for words here. Represented. They're well represented anyway by Gunther de Paul and Stephen Krall here, and Alex Nielsen. So they've got 3 cars.
Yeah, 3 cars competing in the Potato Nation GT3 Championship. So you can tell that they're a team that's very well dedicated to racing here on ACC. So you can imagine they've been practicing quite a lot in preparation for this championship.
And just as we were speaking there, Eli Poe has top pole in GT4 with 1 minute left. He's just a few tenths quicker than Nigel O'Brien. Well, yeah, just over a half a second quicker actually. So this GT4 race might be interesting, yeah.
Yeah, and unfortunately Eli Poe is not in the running for the championship this year as he's currently down in 11th. So the championship is well out of his grasp, but he's currently holding down pole position here in the GT4 standing. So hopefully he can get a win out at the end of this race. At maybe a one last win for the final race of the season, so we can end it on a high. So I guess now, no matter what happens now, I think Nigel O'Brien will have this championship in the bag come by the end of this race. So at 10 seconds left to qualifying, where we watch John McDonald navigating the last few corners here around the Valencia circuit.
Yeah.
Heading just leaving now turn 11, head towards 12 and 13 there. The little kink there on the right before navigating around this very long left-hander before approaching the final corner at turn 14. Now here he goes across the line here now. Where does this put him here now? He's just approaching the finish line now. Is he gonna try and take Nigel O'Brien for second place? No, he says where he is for now. 3rd place there in GT4. So at the end of that qualifying, let's take a look at the standings for this race. We have Josh Brooker there in 1st place there, the newcomer for the Potato Nation Championship. Alex Milchin is in 2nd place in the Porsche. Gunther de Paul, the GT3, the new GT3 champion. He's now currently in 3rd place, along with Anderson there in the McLaren. Another name I've never heard of before.
Yeah, I think we should go Andreas Anderson.
Yeah, we'll call him Andreas Anderson now, who's currently in 4th place. So we have 3 new names here at the Potato Nation Championship.
Hopefully, it's things to come for the next season.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see these guys back again for the next next season of the Potato Nation Championship. Stephen Krall is currently in 5th place, with Menno Dekar is currently in 6th place, and Eric Courier in 7th place. Now onto the GT4 field. We have Eli Poe, the Polish driver, currently running 11th in the championship. He's starting in 1st place of the final race of the season. With Nigel O'Brien starting in 2nd, John McDonald is in 3rd place, and Chris Wills is in 4th. Stephen Kirk is in 5th place, and with Daniel McCutcheon there, who has not set a lap time in qualifying whatsoever. He starts at the very back of the grid.
Yeah, he's in the GT3, so he could be coming up through the GT4 car very quickly, and hopefully he's had a bit of a chat with race directors and is patient.
Yeah, hopefully. Anyway, if you could just give me a minute there, guys, I just need to fill up a water bottle for myself. I'll be back in a few minutes.
No bother. So, yeah, we have a few new faces here tonight. Josh Brooker. Well, I hope that's his name. Andres Anderson. We've just give him that name. And Dan McCutcheon. Just naming these guys because it's the first time we've seen them, and we will get the race underway in just over a minute's time.
Oh, that's better.
Sunny
All right, I'm
Valencia.
back now, guys. Oh,
Good
sorry,
stuff.
go ahead, Steve.
No, I was just saying, sunny Valencia. Track's looking nice. Fast corners, slow corners.
It is. There's lots of this track. Lots of this track has to offer here, so there'll be definitely. I imagine there's going to be some pretty close racing here this evening here at the Valencia circuit. I say as long as everyone can keep their nose clean for the first lap or so, I reckon there'll be. I reckon we should have a nice clean race on our hands for this evening.
30 seconds.
So, with 25 seconds to go now, what can Daniel McCutcheon do from the very back of the field and even navigating his way throughout the entire GT4 field? It'll be very interesting to see what he can do.
He could be one of these guys that's just showed up to smash the whole field, if you know what I mean. He could be worldly and shock us all, and he's just starting from the back to make it interesting for himself.
We could have another situation like what we had with Albert Gregory back in Hungaroring, where he pretty much beaten the entire Wiz Motorsport kids and took victory at his home race there in Hungaroring. But anyway, the cars now leave their respective positions there now, and they're heading now towards the start-finish line here now. It's a rolling start, so that means the drivers will be starting the race while they're moving. So here we go there now. The last race of the season is gonna get underway soon enough. What can Josh Brooker there from the start of the field? Is he gonna take a surprise victory like what we had back in Hungaroring? Or is he gonna fall suit? And let's go, go, go! Chris Wills there goes onto the grass on the left-hand side with Alex Milchin and Brooker going side by side. Brooker gets ahead, but Alex Milchin just could not get the better start this time and go to the pole, racing alongside Anderson, gets ahead of the other McLaren there of Andreas Anderson there. And now that's left him chasing down the Porsche there of Alexander Milchin there, heading down now there towards turn 3 there, turns 3 and 4 there now. Josh Brooker has pulled away from a nice gap, formed a nice gap there ahead of Alex Milchin, with Alex Milchin there now fending off against the current champion, Gunther de Paul. Looking back here now in the GT3 field, and it looks like there now McCorkland has moved his way up the field. He's currently now in second. He's currently behind the first place GT4 car of the Mercedes.
Yeah, see Eli Poe, he's up behind him already, so you know he's done well to pass him. That's Eric Couillard just went off there, but he hasn't caused any other issues with any other cars, so I'm sure he'll be happy enough with that.
Eric Couillard has done very well to avoid the chaos there of the GT4 cars. So, but the fortunate side is that he's going to be dropped down a few places, but luckily though he'll be able to work his way up the field here there now and get back in contention there. There is McCorkland there, and now he's really putting a lot of pressure on this GT4 Mercedes here. I reckon he could try a little dive bomb there down the inside. No, he says he continues to stay behind the Mercedes. But now here we go there now. Here's a bit of straight line speed. The Ferrari's easily going to get the pass on here. There we go there now. Car 3 has set the fastest lap. Of the race there. I believe that's Josh Brooker there. Oh no, now that's car 42 there now who's set the fastest lap. As Josh Brooker there is now building a massive gap there between him and Alex Milchin.
Yeah, just showed you how hard it is for the GT3 car to pass the GT4 car there of Eli Poe. It basically took him the full lap to get an opportunity.
But here is going to the Paul just there now on the tail end of the Porsche there now. Now it's going to the Paul, going to try to look down the inside. Oh, Milchin runs a bit wide, and Alex and going to the Paul goes slightly bit deep. Going to the Paul is in perfect attacking position there to try and launch an attack on his teammate there of Alex Milchin. Milchin there continues to get the better exit speed, but now here is. But no, Alex Milchin continues to hold on for second place there now. And here is going to the Paul there now. Oh, he's got some formidable braking power on that Ferrari. He's looking to the outside there. He's going to try and go around the outside of the final corner. Oh, that's very risky there. He tries around the outside, but no. Alex Milchin continues to defend him off there. Great stuff there from going to the Paul. He nearly got the move done there on his teammate there, but unfortunately though, he just overcooked it slightly, and now because of that there, going to the Paul continues to hold on for third place, but Alex Milchin currently hold on for second place there, and Alex Milchin goes a bit slightly wide there now. Well, what will he do there now in turn 2? He continues to hold on to third place there at turn 2, but now he's all of the tail end there now. Will he try and launch an attack here at turn 4? No, he's being a little impatient there. But as they say that there, the two Wiz Motorsports cars are catching Josh Brooker there now. Now, if they decide that they're going to work together here to try and catch first place, or they're going to try and battle it out there, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think they're going to hold each other up here, and Brooker will get away, but they should be working together. But it looks like Gunther de Paul's been held up slightly by Alex Milchin, but I'd say it's just Alex Milchin just trying to get the tires warmed up and get settled into this race, but he's run wide there, but he's still getting the car down there to get away from Gunther de Paul. But Gunther just all over the back of Alex Milchin so far in the early stages of this race. It's game on here. These guys have been going at it all season long.
And they're not going to stop until both of them are down to their final breath here at the last race of the season there. But now here is Alex Milchin there. Alex Milchin tries to elect to go to the middle, while goes the ball's going to try again to go around the outside. It doesn't work it doesn't work, but now goes to the Paul's in a perfect attacking position. He has to slip straight there now. He's going to try and move to the right-hand side there. Sorry, the left-hand side, and try and get the move done. Alex Milchin, he's going to move left. Alex Milchin continues to stay to the right, and goes to the Paul, dives down the inside, and he gets the move done there. He's up in the second place there now with Alex Milchin there now down in third place.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll be getting track warning calls there, because there's a couple of times they've ran wide in turn 1 and they're using an advantage there of getting to go wide, not the corner. They can carry more corner speed there. So let's see where this goes in a few laps time.
Yeah, be interesting to see. Oh, he said as Eric Courier looks like he was taken out by the Mercedes in the GT4 class. Well, my goodness me, what happened there?
We'll get a quick look back at that, I think, then about.
Yeah, I say let's get the replay of that and see what happened there to Eric Courier there. So there's Eric Courier trying to lap the Mercedes there. Eli Poe, the leader of GT4. He goes down the inside and oh yeah, I think
that's a racing incident. I don't think that maybe Eli didn't think Eric would slow down as much, and that we know Eli Poe's a really confident GT4 driver, probably good at carrying the corner speed, and Eric maybe just not quite at it with a GT3 car, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate for that to happen, but I suppose it is what it is there. And as we see there now, there is Stephen Kroll there now over the back of Menno Deckars there, I think, or is that Anderson there? No,
yeah, that's Deckars, yeah. That's
Menno Deckars.
Stephen Kroll all over the back of him, yeah.
Yep, there's Stephen Kroll and Menno Deckars there now, battling it out there now for 5th place in the GT3 class. And Deckars there runs wide, and so does Kroll there. Kroll looks like he's got the better straight line speed. Oh, and Kroll looks like he's got the better braking ability there as well. Heading down now towards turn 2.
He done well to get that car slowed down there, but he's actually gained a couple of tenths on Menno Deckars there. Menno Deckars will just be looking in his mirror now thinking, am I going to shake this guy off?
Be interesting to see as to what Deckars can do. But now Kroll's got the better exit speed out of that 4. Deckars there runs wide, but here they come there now side by side.
I think Kroll showed too much respect there. Deckars ran wide, and Kroll just nursed it around that corner there, and he had an opportunity on the inside to get away from him.
Yeah, Stephen Crawl looks like he's really taking his time there now, trying to make sure he gets the overtake clean there on Menno Deckars ahead of him.
Yeah, last thing Stephen Crawl wants is a DNF here. He's got a good run here out of it. Menno Deckars caught a bit of gravel there, but I don't think it's a corner you can pass that.
No, definitely not. There's definitely a few corners here where you can and can't overtake here on the on this track. But a big shout out there to Chris there, who's made his presence known in the YouTube chat. Welcome to the live stream there, Chris. It's good to have you on board. Glad you're enjoying the defending and the racing here as well here at the final race of the Potato Nation Multiclass Championship.
Indeed, thanks for joining us. Josh Brooker, 131.6. He's set a fastest lap of the race so far. He's nearly a second quicker than Gunther de Paul in P2, so he's running away with this one. But all the action here with the Wiz Motorsports guys at the minute.
He has, yeah. It seems like the Wiz Motorsport kids are still putting up a tremendous show here at Potato Nation. And as we got a message there from the YouTube chat, I think he's talking about from Ryan Ware. I don't know if he's talking about Stephen Kirk or
Yeah, I think
Nigel
Kirk.
O'Brien, but he's sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, he said he was at Silverstone before the Jag before he switched. Now I don't know if that's Nigel O'Brien. As far as I know, he was in the Ferrari there before he switched.
Yeah, I think that might be Stephen Kirk. All right.
Stephen Kirk, yeah, it had to be Stephen Kirk. He was in the Jaguar before he switched back to the Alpine. But now here is the Porsche there of Alex Milchin there. Now racing against Go to the Paul. Alex Milchin going to try and launch a counter-attack against Go to the Paul. But Go to the Paul saw what was coming there and decided to hold the outside line.
Yeah, they must be getting a no-time gain there and not counting towards the track limit there on the exit turn one, because it's quite several few times they've done that, and there's been no drive-throughs or anything yet. So here we are, Alex,
and now
having a look up the inside of Gunther. These guys are door to door.
Alex Milchin there goes around the outside, but Go to the Paul holds the inside line there now. And here's Anderson there. He looks like he could get involved in this thing if Alex Milchin and Go to the Paul do something to take each other out. And Go to the Paul runs slightly wide. Alex Milchin has the inside line.
And he gets the job done.
Alex Milchin gets the job done, and now he's back up to second place with Go to the Paul in third place, and Anderson there looking like he could get involved. He could get involved in this scrap if they're not careful.
He definitely could, because we know Gunther de Paul will come back at Alex Milchin here, because he showed already he's got good pace. But you see, when you get these boys get in front of each other, they're constantly looking in the rearview mirror because they know the guy's just as quick. So it's very hard to pull away, and it's easier to catch a guy than it is to pull away from a guy. And look, Andres Anderson, he's now within slipstream distance from Gunther de Paul, and not be long before he's in this battle.
We're lucky we could have a three-car battle here now. It's Gunther de Paul that goes wide once again there at the first corner there. I hope they're getting warnings about track limits there, because these two guys are really pushing the track limits there to their absolute limit.
They've reeled in Josh Brooker a tiny bit now. The gap was up to 4.5, but it's back to 2.2 now. So unless Josh had a wee moment or something, he lost a bit of time. But we know, unless maybe Josh wants a piece of action too. But you'd think he'd want to run away with it and get the win. But here we are.
Anything is possible here for this final race. Everyone, as they're all going to go door to door here now. It doesn't matter what happens there now. It's the cars. It'll be the last time these cars will be racing in this season here now. As Deckars and Crawl goes side by side there, heading down towards the turn 11 and turn 11 there. Crawl gets ahead of Deckars there. But can Deckars there be able to launch a counter attack against Crawl? Oh, and Deckars there runs wide slightly there, and Crawl holds manages to hang on takes 5th place there from Decars. Now down in the GT4 field, we have Chris Willis and John McDonald there now, battling it out for third place there in the GT4 standings, with Eric Courier there looking to looking for a way around these two GT4 cars.
Yeah, tricky enough for the GT3 to pass in this short circuit, and a lot of tight, twisty corners. Only one really high-speed part of the track, and that's the start-finish straight. And we've seen what happened the last time with Eric doing that move, so he might be put off by that.
Possibly, yeah. He's probably getting some PTSD flashbacks about what happened when he tried to overtake down the inside
Alex
of the...
Mitchin is reeling in Josh Brooker. He's 1.5 in now, unless maybe Josh has not got his tire pressures or something spot on. Maybe got them up to temperature, and now they're over inflated now that the track's warmed up, maybe, who knows. But gone to the pods there as well.
Yeah, if we're lucky, we could have a 4-car battle here for first place. Imagine that on the final race of the season, getting 4 cars there to battle each other there for the last race of the season. And here's Chris Willis there now, down the inside, John McDonald. John McDonald has had to settle there, has had to surrender third place to the very ferocious McLaren there of Chris Willis.
Yeah, he got it done there in the final corner of Valencia, down in the T1 now.
Now Chris Willis pulls away there now, proving that he is even more faster than John McDonald.
I'd say John will be back at his back door very quickly with a hammer, saying, give me that P3 back.
But I think you're right there as well, Stephen, because there's John McDonald there now. He's all over the tail end of that McLaren, heading down now towards turn 5. So he just left turn, and now here's another battle we have to keep an eye on. The Ferrari of Going to the Paul versus the Porsche of Alex Mielchen there. As the two of them look like they're even more closer there now to Josh Brooks there in the Lamborghini just ahead of them.
Indeed, Josh Brooker just doing enough to stay at him, but I'd say if these guys work together and settle in and don't make any mad lunges, they could maybe catch Josh Brooker.
Yeah, I hope those two are communicating with each other, saying that they can work together and realize that they can catch Josh Brooker there if they work together there, because you never know what could happen there. It looks like those two are definitely really catching Josh Brooker ahead. So I say if they do work together there, they have a fighting chance of catching the Ferrari, catching the Lamborghini just ahead of him there.
There really is nothing between these two cars here. Look.
There really is. And now here comes the first set of back markers. There's Eric Courier out there among the GT4 field. He's really taking his time there now.
Well, he's going to send it.
That's Josh Brooker there, sending down the inside. Sends down the inside of John McDonald there now. He's going to do the same with Chris Willis there. There he goes there now as Chris Willis holds the outside line. And yeah, looks like Josh Brooker there got through there, no problem. But now as we see there now this is where things are really going to heat up here now. How are these two Wiz Motorsport cars going to navigate their way around the GT4 field?
Yeah, I'd say it'd be flashing the lights if I was Alex Mielchen.
Yeah, flashlights tell the slower cars to get out of the way. Oh, they're getting very close there now. Go to the pole, gets very close as well to the McLaren and the Porsche there of Alex Mielchen. But despite that whole confusion and all that, the two of them they still managed to keep it clean. Alex Mielchen there currently holds on to second place with go to the pole now in third place.
This Lamborghini with the black livery, matte black, it reminds me of a Batmobile.
Yeah, I think pretty much every car that has a stealthy look there reminds everybody of the Batmobile, which is a really weird phenomenon if you ask me.
Indeed. Josh is just doing enough there to keep these guys off, but Alex has pulled a slight lead on Gunther, but I'd say Gunther will be back knocking on the door very quickly.
Yeah, he already has the championship secured, so he doesn't need to worry about what happens next in this last race of the season. Here's our here's everyone's favorite Max Chilton there, Steve Kirk, enjoying his nice little Sunday drive here at the Valencia circuit.
You need to get the R plates on next.
Yeah, the R plates on, and then he'll have his little Sunday drive stickers there as well on his Alpine there.
Yeah. Would you get a sticker on the back window saying she's no egg, but she's some yolk?
Yeah, exactly. You're right there. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, Ryan Ware's just texted. Yeah, it was Steve Kirk there who was in the Jaguar for the for Silverstone, not the Alpine. So yeah, he has finished. So yeah, technically, if Steve Kirk finishes this race here, finishes the last race in Valencia, he will be one of the very few of Potato Nation drivers to finish every single race in a season, which is actually genuinely impressive.
Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah, to finish an entire season without one single retirement, not one single mechanical hiccup will definitely be one to watch out for on consistency alone, because it just shows how consistent Steve Kirk is when he's behind the wheel of a car. And there is the Porsche and the Ferrari there lapping what looks like a Nigel O'Brien in that Alpine, Justin. But now the battle is really starting to heat up there now, as we see the Ferrari there go to the pole, and the Porsche of Alex Mielchen there, continuing to race each other neck to neck here in Valencia. Now going to the pole just needs to going to the pole. Looks like he's got much more better braking than the Porsche there of Alex Mielchen there just ahead of him. Josh Brooks there now is just doing enough to keep ahead of the two whiz kids there behind him. Hopefully we can have another repeat of the of Hungary, where he takes a surprise victory, where he does another pulls it out with Gregory and takes a surprise victory on his very first outing of the Potato Nation series.
Fantastic trail break in there from comes in Paul, not Ferrari.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Brian Ware, Mr. 100% finisher, otherwise known as Max Chilton there, our version of Max Chilton there in Potato Nation.
I say Stephen Kirk's wife's happy to hear that.
Yeah, should be. Yeah, hopefully she should be happy to hear that her hubby there will be has finished every single race in Potato Nation and has had not one single retirement there.
So, just under 15 minutes left in the race.
Yep, 15 minutes to go there now, and so far the battles there between Alex Mielchen and Gunther Paul is at a stalemate here now, with Gunther Paul there now continuing to fend off against the ferocious Stephen Gunther Paul there in the Ferrari behind him, and with Anderson there just continuing to sniff for an opportunity, to wait for a patient opportunity to really take second and third place there off the two whiz kids.
Yeah, I think Gunther's gonna send it here very shortly. I think he's getting a bit frustrated here.
He'll have to there, because there's his GT4 Mercedes ahead of him there, and he only has to wait for a small little hiccup there from Alex Mielchen, or get held up by the Mercedes there, as we see there now. Alex Mielchen got held up slightly there by the GT4 Mercedes. And Gunther Paul tries to go around the outside of Alex Mielchen. Mielchen there continues to defend the inside line, and he's sorry there, ladies and gentlemen, I'm on the wrong screen there actually. I was watching the live stream, the YouTube live stream there, not this screen, not the Discord screen.
Oh no.
Dear, oh dear, oh dear.
We've all done it. We've all done it.
Okay, but no, as we
confused there for a minute.
Yeah. Dear, oh dear. My goodness me.
He's on a Lance Stroll.
Yeah, doing a Lance Stroll there is right. Here's me making an absolute muppet of myself in the commentary box there by watching the wrong bloody screen.
Yeah, not to worry.
Yeah, but yeah, now here we have now the actual battle here now. As we see here, we see go to the pole there now, losing sight of Alex Mielchen just ahead of him. Now I wonder how Josh Brooks is doing there now. Is he still close by, or is Alex Milchin there just in his sights there now? There is Josh.
He's starting to make a bit of a gap. He's up in the 4 seconds clear now of Alex Milchin. And I think with 12 minutes to go, Josh has had an absolute blinder of a race. He's been steady, he's been composed, he's dealt with the GT4 cures really well. And I think if he doesn't make any mistakes, it's there for the taking.
Yeah, so far with 12 minutes and 50 seconds to go, Josh Brooker has been leading this race has been leading the majority of this race, and I can tell you this much from his absolute brilliant consistency. He's been leading this race fantastic. He's been showing a masterclass of a drive here at Valencia in this final race, and hopefully we'll be able to get to see him more often there for the next season of the Potato Nation Multi-Class Championship. And here's the other newcomer, Andreas Anderson there. He has the 2 Wiz Motorsports cars in his sight.
There's a photo of Valentino there.
Oh yeah, I saw the photo of him just now there of the legend himself, Valentino Rossi there. Obviously, I can imagine he's a very popular guy here in Valencia, which I would say fair play to him on that.
Yeah, on board with Don McCutcheon now. He's had a quiet race.
Yeah, Dan McCutcheon there, another newcomer to the Potato Nation. He's had a very quiet debut, as we see him there just going slightly wide there at turns.
Yeah, in front of that car,
11.
looks like it's seen better days.
Yeah, that Ferrari looks like it's a bit battered there, all right, and it looks like that. Oh, and he's suffered a bit of understeer, all right. I think he must have gotten a bit of damage somewhere, as there's been a drive-through penalty for car number 1. Is that for Josh Brooker there?
Car
oh no, it's been cleared. Oh, it's Eli Poe. He had a drive-through penalty,
yeah,
but it's been cleared.
Moved up into P1.
So that means now that Nigel O'Brien, no matter what happens there now, he will have the championship in the bag there. As we see now, Menno Dechar's there trying to lap the Alpine there ahead of him. He goes to the inside there now. So now we have a lead change here now. If I'm correct, Nigel O'Brien should be your new leader in GT4 with Eli Poe running in 2nd place.
Yes, Eli Poe's now 11 seconds behind Nigel O'Brien after that drive-through. And yeah, Nigel O'Brien's not going to give that up by the fight. He'll be happy enough to see that. He can give himself an extra 10-20 meters on his braking markers now and still be in good stead. 10 minutes to go in the race.
He just needs to keep things nice and clean there now, because as things stand, with the absence of Ryan Ware and Herbert Fosco there to oppose him, by my calculations, he should be able to have this championship in the bag for GT4 there, no problem, provided the drop rounds don't screw him over in the long run.
On board now with Stephen Krall. He's had a quiet enough race. He got past Menno Dechar's and now he's sailing away. Currently in P5.
I mean, if Brooker did win this race, it'd be great to try and grab an interview with him if he's in the voice chat there somewhere. I can't see him there in the Discord there, so it doesn't look like he's he's a member of LD's Discord server.
We can ask, we can check it out after the race, but in the meantime, we'll stay tuned.
Yeah, in the meantime though, let's enjoy the last few minutes of the season here at Potato Nation Championship with 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And now Alex Milchin there looks like he's pulling away from the Ferrari going to the pole. There's two wins separate these two guys. They've been battling out ferociously throughout the entire season. And now it comes down to this very last race here now with going to the pole, taking home a respectable victory. Sorry, now go to the pole, taking home, can finish this championship, can finish the season, knowing he has the championship in the bag. And that's Eric Courier there in the pits. I think that's his race over and done with.
Yeah.
He just take repairs and whatnot.
I don't know. I think maybe he's just had enough.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think Eric Courier's decided he's had enough, so we consider him out of the race and out of the running for the of the results here at the Circuit de Valencia. Here is Anderson now. Still having a nice quiet race down in 4th place there, following the 2 whiz kids of Alex Mielchin and Gunther de Paul. Currently running 2nd and 3rd place there. Now with just over 7 minutes to go there now, I reckon it could be another 3 or 4 laps remaining. There's Josh Brooker there, pulling on Max Verstappen there, here at the Circuit Ricardo Toma in Cheste. He's been leading this race. He's been pretty much running a very dominating race throughout this entire grid.
This guy is what's known as a ringer.
He is a ringer. Like a ringer, is this someone who races on the Nürburgring, or what's it mean?
No, it's just usually a guy brought in who's too good.
Too good for Potato Nation.
You get mostly in like soccer and maybe other sports, you know, where like you get a pub league team and they bring in this like fella from a different town or village but plays like a higher level, and they just play him in a one-off game, and then usually it ends in a disaster because they get found out and fined and stuff, you know. So
yeah. Well, I don't know much about football myself there now. I don't watch much of that sport, so I mean that's interesting, but it's interesting to know there nonetheless.
But anyway, you ever been to Spain, Stu? Valencia?
I've never been to mainland Spain, but I have been to some of the islands. I've been to both Mallorca, and I've also been to the Canary Islands.
Lovely.
My last visit to Spain was in Tenerife.
I'm going there in September as well, so
You're going to Tenerife as well?
Yeah.
All right, well,
It's a great island. It's plenty to do.
yeah, I've been to Tenerife as well myself. With my family, we visited the zoo. We stayed in the town of Puerto Cruz, and we even visited the infamous Los Rodeos Airport in the north of the island of Tenerife.
That was famous for the tragic accident.
40 years ago, 2 747s crashed there at the runway in thick fog, and at an airport that had no ground radar whatsoever.
Crazy.
But say again?
I say it's tragic and it's quite scary. Whoa, a big moment there by Gunther de Paul there. You got a bit squirm side roads coming into that break.
Yeah, he looks like Gunther de Paul there is really putting a lot of pressure now on Alex Mielchin as well. There's pressure on him as well to get past the Porsche there as well of Alex Mielchin just ahead of him.
Yeah, last race this season, these boys will be hard at it to each other's throats here. They'll be looking to prove a point for Wiz Motorsports to say, I'm top dog.
Yeah, or we could have another situation there like back in Formula 1 where drivers will be given team orders to let the other driver by because he's faster than you.
Oh, I wouldn't think that's the issue here, but what you wouldn't want is an issue with the 2 Red Bull cars in the F1 taking each other out. I think, where was that, Abu Dhabi or somewhere like that? Or Azerbaijan, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I think it might have been, I knew it happened in Azerbaijan back in 2018, but I don't know if it's happened recently between Verstappen and Perez.
No, I think that was the race I was sort of thinking back to. I knew it was about 4 or 5 years ago, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, that was definitely a controversial moment there, all right. But now as we see here, there's a Gunther de Paul heading down now towards... Still staying on the tail end of... Yep, 3 laps to go there now. And here is your current race leader in GT4 standings, Nigel O'Brien, leading a very comfortable first place here now. It's safe to assume there now that he has the championship in the bag there now. So it's just a matter now for him to just finish this race, get across the line here safe and sound, and enjoy a nice championship victory here on Potato Nation.
The back-to-back victories for Nigel.
Yeah, after winning in Texas, he'll be winning again here at Circuit Ricardo Torma, here in the Valencia town of Cheste. Yeah,
it was just a week between those 2 races. Clearly, jet lag hasn't been an issue for Nigel, coming back from Texas to Europe.
None whatsoever there. As we see here now, we got about now 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. So about another 2 laps remaining there, Steve, if I'm correct.
Yeah, it says so. It said an accident involving car number 3 there. That's Josh Brooker, but he seems to be driving fine. Maybe it was just maybe caught a bit of gravel or something.
Possibly, yeah, and that's probably why the system came up and registered that as an incident. But here we have now 2 laps to go now, and Josh Brooker there has been leading a very dominating victory here at the Circuit of Valencia. And we could have another surprise victory here at Potato Nation there.
And you can just see with these pro drivers, oh, a bit of side roads there, but I was just going to say with these pro drivers, they use every inch of the track they can. You see them coming into T1 there, his right hand tires were over nearly on the pit lane.
Yeah, I can see there. It's a common tactic in ACC for drivers to use as much of the runoff area as they can without getting penalized there, so they can maximize their lap times as well as the exit speed coming out of the corners. But now here is Josh Brooker there now, just hanging up behind one of the Ferraris there of McCartran. And now as we see here, going to the pole there now, chasing down the Porsche of Alex Milchin. Going to the pole, looks like he's in perfect firing position to take the Porsche there of Alex Milchin just ahead.
Do you think Gunther will make a last-minute move, last lap, last lunge? He has to go for it, I think.
He'll have to go for it sometime or the other if he wants to take second place there of Alex Milchin. But now here's Alex Milchin now. Alex Gunther-Paul's breaking far later there than Alex Milchin at the final corner. Alex Milchin there, but Alex Milchin continues to hold on for second place as we cross the finish line, start-finish line for the last lap of the entire season for season 2 of the Potato Nation Multi-Class Championship. Now it's on here now. Gunther-Paul looks around. Gunther-Paul is trying to stay with Alex Milchin. He's got a bit wide there now, but Alex Milchin there is really starting to pull away now from Gunther-Paul.
Yeah, he's got over half a second on him. I think he's just too far for Gunther-Paul to do anything about. It's too far behind to get a lunge.
Yeah, Gunther-Paul has gone a little bit wide there now coming out turn 3. So I think, if I'm correct, I think Alex Milchin will bring home a second place result here at the last race of the Potato Nation Multi-Class Championship.
Yeah, when it mattered, Alex Milchin has delivered. Again, a formidable drive. And we're just watching Josh Brooker now dealing with the GT4s on the final lap.
Yep, there he is there now. He's just going to lap the second place of Eli Poe at turns 12.
Oh, look, anything can happen.
Contact there between the Lamborghini and the Mercedes there, heading up towards the final corner there. But now here he comes in. Oh, and Eli Poe there is trying to brake a little bit later than the Lamborghini, which is a foolish thing to do. But now here they come, side by side. Here they have the most thrilling photo finish here at Valencia. Jonathan Brooker wins the final race here at Valencia. My goodness me, he's taking a surprise victory here at the final race of the season. Josh Brooker came out of nowhere and showed everyone in the Potato Nation series how it's done. Well, great stuff there from the Lamborghini there. Not as dramatic as it was back in Hungary when Albert Gregory fought off the competition there and took first place, but still a respectable result out of nowhere. Hopefully we'll see him much more often there now for some more Potato Nation racing action here on Potato Nation.
And Alex Milchin held off Gunther-Paul for P2 as well, so fantastic stuff for Alex, and great stuff again from Gunther as well for giving us plenty of entertainment with his battles with Alex and Stephen Crowell over this season.
Yeah, it's been great fun to watch those two guys battle it out there for the title. Ultimately, we can only have one championship winner in GT3, and that is Gunther-Paul. Where where he's got 2 wins more than Alex Milchin, so he should, if I'm correct, he should be able to have this the GT3 championship well in the bag come by when the drop rounds take effect.
And here we
We're
are
on the final corner. Here is what potentially could be your new championship winner of GT4. Nigel Bryan takes victory here in the GT4 class and is now Potato Nation GT4 champion of Season 2. Great stuff there from Nigel Bryan. He's done a fantastic job throughout the entire season. A shame that Ryan Ware and Herbert Froschel weren't there to challenge him for the end of the title, for the last race. But he's taking the title nonetheless.
Fantastic stuff from Nigel there, getting the win. He's drove really well all season.
Yeah, and potentially he's got the championship in the bag there as well.
And for the guys, it's Jay Brooker, Jay.
Yeah, Jay Brooker, I think his name is.
Yeah, and then it's Adam Anderson.
Adam Anderson, okay. So at the end of the last race of the championship, let's go through all the results here now. Jay Brooker there takes a surprise victory here at Valencia, with Alex Mielchin in second place, Gunther Paul's in third place, Anderson's in fourth place, Stephen Cole finishes in fifth, Dekar's sixth. Dekars is sixth, and Daniel McCorcoran takes home seventh place in the GT3 field. Nigel Bryan, your GT4 winner for this, your GT4 winner in the GT4 class and champion as well. Stephen Kirk finishes in second. Oh, Kirk's finished in second place. I don't believe it. If I'm correct, Stephen Kirk is finished in second place.
No way. Has he?
How? It says, I think it says in the result, he's finished in second place.
Tonight? Or in the championship?
Tonight, yeah. How did Steve Kirk finish in second place? I have no idea. But either way, here,
check that out.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out later on. But Eli Poe finishes in third place in third place for tonight's race. Chris Wills finishes in fourth place. John McDonald finishes in fifth place in GT4. And Eric Courier, your only retirement there throughout from the race. So it's been a thrilling end to this championship. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and invite Nigel O'Brien here now for an interview with us. Oh, speaking of the devil, as I say that, here we have Nigel. We'll start with second place. We'll start with second place finisher Alex Mielchin. Alex, welcome.
Hello, thank you for having me again.
No problem there. It's a shame that Jay Brooker is not here in the Discord server to have an interview, but we'll be happy to interview the second. Sorry?
Yeah, the first loser is happy to have an interview.
Yeah, you're right. Anyway, no, I will say, Alex Mielchin, great job out there today. You and Gunther Paul looked like you were going neck to neck with each other throughout the entire race.
Oh, yeah. We were back and forth all the time. He overtook me once and then made a mistake, and then I could get it back. And then I think we only had a second between us the whole race. That was pretty intense the whole way around, yeah.
So let's talk about your battle there with Gunther Paul. Were you two on different tire pressures, or were you on both the same tire pressures there yourselves?
No, basically the same. The ACC is not that much of a tire pressure simulator anymore. With the 1.9 update, it's like the whole PSI you can be in, and it's fine. So it's you only need to dial it in roughly, and then it's good enough.
Okay, well that's fair enough. Now let's talk about the Valencia circuit itself. What's your thoughts on the new circuit there in ACC? Is this a track you could be racing more often yourself, or would you not be in a hurry to race in this track?
I quite like it. It's very fun. I didn't think in the beginning that I would like it. Like just when I saw the announcement and like looked at the track map, it looked odd. But it's also like a MotoGP circuit, so it's made for motorcycles. But then when I went on there, it's I think very enjoyable and has a few very unique and interesting turns.
Yeah.
Nice. That's that. Go ahead, Steve.
I was just going to ask Alex there. I thought the Porsche would drive well here with the rear engine car. The slow corners, would get the power down really well and drive out of the corners. But the Ferrari looks pretty strong as well. Will you stick with the Porsche for next season, Alex?
Probably not. We'll pick a new car every season. I did enjoy the Porsche, but I'm going to do something else. Not sure if I pick the Ferrari, I go back to the Aston, or even try... what was I looking at? Oh yeah, the new McLaren. The McLaren was the first car I used in ACC for I think the first 2 seasons, and there's a new version out of that, so maybe
Very
I
good.
just go back to the McLaren.
Interesting. Josh Brooker just came in out of nowhere and gone with the win there with a P1. He looked like you were sort of starting to reel him in, and then we thought if you maybe worked together, you might have caught him, but it is what it is, and you just give us a bit of entertainment there anyway.
Yeah, no, was a great race, and no idea where he came from. I think next time after the first 3 races, we will like close this championship. So we had it throughout the season that like some random people joined for one race, and that can mess with the points at the end. So I think next time after like the first 3 races, we just close the championship and have no new entries.
Yeah, me and Stu were talking about that by Gregory at Hungaroring as well, and he came in and got the win as well, and it's sort of a, what would you say, a bit of a sucker punch to the guys that race all season.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, well, Alex, thanks for your time there. We'll let you get back to the winner's circuit there now. Thanks for having an interview with us.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, next up there now is GT4 winner Nigel O'Brien. Welcome, Nigel.
How are you, lads?
Well, Nigel.
Good, thanks. Just want to say congratulations on your race win and potentially the championship for GT4. I imagine you're thrilled with yourself there tonight.
Yeah, absolutely thrilled, Stu. I wasn't sure if I was in for the championship, to be honest, but I'm actually looking at the points now, and I possibly am, even with the GT3 points taken away. Maybe the last 2 weeks won it for me, maybe. But I didn't have the pace tonight. Eli was way faster. He just got a drive through, so I got lucky.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, he didn't have to do much there for the last race because Herbert Foskell and Ryan Ware wasn't there to challenge you there for the GT4 title.
No, but, Herbert was out again 2 weeks in a row, and Pascal wasn't here either. So if I did win it, it's not. I don't think it's because I'm the most talented anyway. I think maybe the most consistent actually being here. You know, but we'll take
exactly.
it.
I mean, you know what they say: slow and steady wins the race.
That's it, Stu. Yeah.
Oh, so let's talk about the track itself, the Circuit Ricardo Tom. What's your thoughts on the track itself? Is this a track that you'd be looking forward to racing on more often, or would you be in a hurry to race in this track?
It's not my favorite track, but to be honest with you, I think it might suit the GT4s better than the GT3s. But I used last week's setup because there's no setups for this anyway, and it was near enough okay. The Dakota setup worked quite well. Similar sections and bits and pieces. So yeah, no, it was grand. It was nice to drive the car. It's small and fast. I think that's where it excels. Tracks where you need quick rotation and stuff. Because like even last week, Ryan was giving out about the Camaro not turning in and being a bit heavy. Whereas if you look at the Alpine, it's like a little smaller than the Porsche. It's tiny. So
then again, Americans are known for their big cars there anyway, Nigel.
Yeah, exactly, Stu. But no, it's overall, all round, it seems to be quite a fast car. Strong nearly everywhere. I think if you have
exactly right there, you're right there, Nigel.
Nigel, will you stick with GT4 for the next season if you're going to race it, or will you wait to see how many guys register and what cars they register with?
Yeah, probably the second option, Stephen. I'll just wait and see who's in what, and I'll go what I think would be the most competitive for me. So yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing just a GT4 season, but I don't know if that would draw a big of interest because I know a lot of guys are just die-hard GT3 drivers. But
I don't know.
It does offer some good racing.
I'd say if you actually did it, because the fact it's GT4, the lads that would sign up for it might show up, because it's fairly specialized, like. So maybe if you did it, it might work the other way. Lads that sign up might show up, and it could be fun. But we'll have to try that to find out, Stephen, won't we?
Yeah, well, sure. What we've watched over the season, me and Stu here in the commentary booth, the GT4 action has been phenomenal. So
Yeah.
be interesting.
Anywhere it's close at all, even the GT. I think actually the season was really strong competitive wise because there was fighting every week. The GT3s were close, the GT4s were close. I think if we're all here, the GT4s was super competitive.
It was. Well, that's wraps up the season anyway. Two back-to-back wins for you, Nigel, and congratulations.
I'll take it.
Thanks.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Nigel, for joining us in the commentary box. We'll let you get back to the winner's circle there now. Enjoy the win and enjoy the championship victory as well there, my friend.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Nigel.
No problem, Nigel.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So here we are, Stephen. It's the end of the championship there now. Any thoughts there before we finish up for one last time and get ready for the next season?
I had an absolute pleasure with doing the commentary with you, Stu, and there were some fantastic battles, some real cracking entertainment as well, and hopefully there's much more to come, and we get bigger and better as we move forward as well.
I think so too. I definitely enjoyed doing the commentary here for the Potato Nation series. It's a shame I wasn't there for Monza, where the two Wiz Motorsport cars were battling it out to the end. But I'm happy that I got to attend the majority of the races here at Potato Nation, and I hope to do it all again for when we roll back again for season 3 of the ACC Multiclass Championship.
And hopefully maybe we can get some of the big hitters in for the next season, maybe even Lawrence or somebody like that will jump in, and who knows, maybe Simon Takar as well.
Yeah, maybe get names like Albert Gregory and Josh Brooker there in to compete, because those two guys have been phenomenal throughout the two races, for the one-off races that they did.
Yeah, and possibly even Simon Ramsey and Evan Kearns, if we can get them back in the hot seat as well, and even Rafa Scullion and a few other guys as well, like Evan Tate as well, and who knows.
Yeah, who knows? There'll be a lot to play for next season there. But yeah, though, guys, I will say thank you so much for everyone who has tuned in for this, for the last race of the ACC Multiclass Championship there. And even there's Lawrence Duzala saying that was epic. Speaking of Lawrence, there he is there in the chat there now. Welcome to the chat. It sounds like you definitely enjoyed that last race of the season there, Lawrence. Glad you enjoyed it there. And now even John McDonald, he said he's saying well done to us commentary lads. Cheers for the comment there, John. Glad you enjoyed our little commentary service there. We look forward to doing some more commentary for the next race, for the next season actually, for when we go to round 1 of season 3 of the Potato Nation Multiclass Championship.
Good stuff.
So with that all being said and done, for one last time this season, this has been your commentator Stuart Brereton, Stuart Brereton and Stephen Mullen, saying for one last time, bye, take care, and we'll see you all again for next season.
Goodbye, folks. Take our handy.
Take a handy now.